I respectfully acknowledge the Yugambeh people, the traditional owners of the land on which I live in, and pay respect to the elders past, present, and future, and all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples who are the first Australians. When I started living in Australia in 2008, immigrating from Brazil, I had very limited knowledge of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Unfortunately, this knowledge was either built on other people's racist stereotypes or on what I saw on the media. However, even though I did not have a clear understanding about the first Australians, I imagined that their history was similar to Brazilian indigenous during the European invasion. And it is, indeed. The injustice committed by the British invasion left a legacy of trauma, suffering, and disadvantages present in the lives of the indigenous Australian peoples today. Since the beginning of my social studies, I have enriched my knowledge of the first Australians' culture as well as increased my understanding of where they stand in relation to social justice. I was determined to break the stereotypes that influenced my knowledge in the past. I was curious to find out about the First Nations on the Gold Coast suburb where I live. I did some research and found that there are 292 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people living in Pacific Pines, which represents 1.7% of its population. Then I went around my neighborhood looking for any acknowledgement of the first Australians' values and culture. I passed through business areas, parks, and residential areas. I was pleased to find some street names derived from Aboriginal language. However, I confess I was disappointed that I could not find more signs of their culture and values. For example, I saw an immense painting which was not indigenous painting style. I did not find any reference to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in park signs. I could not find any reference to their history and their important contribution to the Australian society. Even the people portrayed in pictures outside the medical center and schools represent the dominant group. It frustrates me that the mainstream society fails to demonstrate the acceptance of the coexistence of the indigenous Australians in the daily life of the community. It seems to me that the discourse around embracing cultural diversity does not fit well within our daily reality, because Australian residents are not able to find signs of value, remembrance, and honor of the traditional custodians of this land wherever they go.